Thank you guys for all being here. Mission, I think we all know the purpose of this AK Roundtable. It's to be here together. Any questions, any advice, we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different experience, whatever it might be. We're here in this cool place called life sharing. And so only silly question is the one unasked. And I think it's important that we answer as many questions as we can and get different perspectives, not one, I generally like to say that, one perspective or one opinion is not always the right one. So let's look at that. Last week we spoke about the digital marketing world associated with your business and lead generation. I know that a lot of you were in that session with Brian Hess. I think it was a really powerful one. I think a lot of people walked away with some great value from that. And of course, at the end of it, we spoke about Google My Business and the importance of that. And so I'd kind of like to just go around the room if we can here and chat about that a little bit and see what kind of progress was made there. I got a total of 3 Google My Business submissions from about 19 of us on last week. And so what I'd love to know for people that did not send it along to the Mercy at Asphalt Kingdom that I put in the chat, I'd just love to know why it wasn't sent along, because my goal is to drop a review, of course, for you guys that is not some artificial or made up review where I'm pretending to be a client. It's actually just speaking honestly about my engagement with you as a person and being here to better your business and to improve what's ahead of you. And so we're not here to be dishonest in the way that we leave Google reviews. We're here to be very honest in the way that we do that. And there's ways of praising a company, praising a person as part of that review, and keeping it what we call the honest play level, so to speak. And so for those of you, thank you who you did. I did post Google reviews for the ones that sent through. So let's kind of go through this. We'll do a round robin. I'll start with Tim, and then we'll work our way around. Tim, do you have your Google My Business set up? You're muted.
Yes, I do. I just did not email it to Mercy. I'm just getting ready to send it just now. And
cool.
Yeah, forgot all about it. I have like 5 reviews on there from last year. And we're actually the first one that pops up. I had my brother check it, who lives 30 miles from me. And we actually come up in his area as the first one too. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And Google sorry, go ahead.
My address is actually a commercial address also. So that really helped us out.
Yeah, so just to summarize again, that's a good point. And for people who weren't on last week's roundtable, your Google My Business listing is really only going to be found and indexed if it's attached to, and will be higher indexed if it's attached to a commercial address, not a residential address. So if you have your Google My Business attached to residential, it will not perform the same way as a commercial address, just as a heads up. Tim, that's great. If you can, Tim, what would be helpful, and I think this would be really great for everybody joining, is that if you could drop that link into the chat down at the bottom, then of course any one of us here can take that link and give Tim a good shout out if you know Tim. If you don't know Tim, don't leave him some phony review. But if you know Tim and you've seen him on here and you think that that would be something you'd be willing to help Tim with, that would be great. So if you don't mind, drop that in, Tim.
Absolutely.
Great. And Rob, thank you for sending it along. The Google My Business link.
Did you get it?
I did get it. Yep. And there should be a review that's left in there.
Oh,
by
okay.
me in there.
Thanks.
Yeah. No problems. And when did you set up your Google My Business?
I think I sent it up last year, and then I've been adding pictures to it since. The one thing I find, and maybe you want to go through everybody else first, but I find I add pictures and they don't all go in. It's like it almost hits a limit because I've added a ton. So some things go in and some don't. I'm not sure why.
So the Google My Business app that is there, You'll have I would recommend downloading the app. It is going to do a changeover to manage your Google My Business profile from your maps as well as on search as well. Once you're logged in, that app will change to just be managed on maps as well as your search. When you click the plus post button within the app, you can select your add updates, add events, add offers, add products, and add photos. When you click add photos, it's gonna bring up a window that says either select more photos or keep current selection. So what you're doing is you're actually selecting more photos to go up onto essentially their cloud system. And then you have to select from the stuff that's already been uploaded. That's generally how it functions.
And where do you find that once you add more pictures? Where do you find that upload from the cloud?
Then you're able to, you can literally select the photos. And then once you've selected the photos, for example, it will add it to that library. And then once you're in that library, it should say see all down at the bottom, for example.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to select, when I click see all, it'll show me all the stuff that we've uploaded.
Is that in the app?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not on the app. I do it right from my laptop. So I got to get the app.
Yeah, I've been doing it from the app and it's worked out pretty well. What you'll want is to make sure that when you're uploading those photos and you're selecting them to post them to your profile as an active photo post, you want to make sure that you put a caption attached to it, because that's what they call like an alt tag attached to your image. And so you want to choose something like, the city that you're working in, followed by the keywords associated with the industry that you're in. And of course, asphalt maintenance. So it could be seal coating if it's a seal coating photo with your city or your province, right?
I didn't know you could even do that.
Yeah, it's great. And it's interesting because I was sitting in Google My Business today and I was looking at it and I'm going, it's like, did you know that photos that are posted commonly to Google My Business are found 287% more than those that don't? It's like they're telling you this on the thing as an alert. I'm like, you better be posting a photo a day or a couple photos a day, right? Why not?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So if you want to post your Google My Business link in the chat, that would be great as well, Rob. I'll make sure to share all of these Google My Business links with everybody who's joined in here on the AK Roundtable as well. We'll do that with our team. Connor, how are you, man? You're muted.
There we go. Doing good. Let's see. I did send over a link to Mercy on Monday. I don't know if there's any confusion you got it or not, but I could send another one just to be sure.
That would be great if you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you get a response or no?
I did not. No.
Something must have gone wrong, maybe into, I don't know, one in spam or something. But yeah, if you don't mind.
That's what I thought. Of course, because I know she responded very quickly when we sent over the proposal. So I was wondering if there was something going on there.
Yeah, just send that over, and you can also drop it in the chat window as well.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to take that and work with that as well. But I'm here. I mean, you guys are all here, man. I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can for you guys. And those reviews have huge impact on your indexing as well. So let's get that out.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm actually kind of excited. I just got under contract to close on like a little commercial property for a shop and everything. So I'm kind of excited to see how like the new business commercial address will affect how, the algorithm works and people get sent to the Google My Business page. I'm excited for that. So
is that where you're going to have your equipment in your truck and so on? You're going to park there?
Yep.
Be proud of that, man. Post that on your Google My Business and be proud of your growing business. Customers like to see that. People like to see that journey. And so, yeah, congrats, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Matt.
So I am going to be a completely new startup. So I'm still in the research and development phase of what I want to do and what I'm going to do, I guess, why I haven't posted.
Awesome, man. Congrats on your new journey. And I'm excited for you. I know that we messaged, and I'm excited for what the future has for you, and just know that, when you do have that Google My Business, man, share that in, you know, it could be on any roundtable, on any Wednesday. And don't ever be afraid to reach out to, you know, family and people that you know as you're starting your business up, and, you know, let them speak real talk. Not that you did a driveway for them unless you really did, but let them speak real talk about your business, about who you are, what you stand for, and what, you know, what you're, the reason why somebody should choose you. You know, that's no issue there. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Mike, how's it going?
Hey, me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm doing well. Doing
Awesome.
good. Yeah. I've been on Google My Business for 2 years, and it'll make or break you. I live where there's tons of competition, and if you don't have a 5 stars across the board, nobody calls you. It works great, but it can also break your back. If there's a tiny little thing somebody doesn't like, you really have to kill yourself to, so it's a mixed blessing, but that's how people pick you for residential, you know, so I like it and I hate it.
Double-edged sword. Yeah, I get it. One of the things that's really important, and I'm sure you already do this, but anybody, if you get a bad review, you want to know the real reason why you got the bad review. And you want to make sure that you're doing your very best to amend the situation. And at the end of the day, communication is such a crucial part of our business, not only on the marketing and the sales side, but, you know, the retention side and the follow-up. I mean, you really need to make sure that you're communicating anytime that there's something that might be some adversity that you're dealing with, and try to resolve that. And if it means that you need to go and respray a driveway, or you need to go put another dusting down on a commercial lot, if you need to do that in order to make sure that that review gets converted from a 2-star to a 5-star, don't see that as a cost or expense to your business. You're going to see that as an investment to your business. Invest into the 5-star reviews, because Mike's 100% bang on. The 5-star reviews on Google My Business, and if you have 50, 60, 70 reviews in there, that'll get chosen over somebody who has 3 reviews that are a 4-star. And so, Mike, thank you for sharing that, man. It's 100% the way it is. And we've, you know, at AK, we've got bad reviews in the past. And fortunately, we go to the plate, and I call the customer up and I'll speak with them, and we'll do our very, very best to do that. And so, you know, people respect when the owner of a company calls somebody back to try and work through a situation. They really do respect that. Have you dealt with any situations like that, Mike?
I pretty much have bent over backwards to make sure everybody's happy. So, you know, we have all 5-star reviews, but there's a lot of sweat, blood, and tears, you know, that go into some of them. If anybody calls, you know, even if there's something that's like bizarre, like if you said you'd fill 1 crack and you told them they should get their driveway redone. You know, I had a lady call me out, thinking like, I don't know what she was thinking, like her whole driveway was shot. We didn't want to do it. We did it. We sealed the big cracks, and she thought she was going to get like a brand new driveway just from seal coating. So we went back and we filled like hundreds of cracks, and, you know, it kept us from getting a bad review. But yeah, I like your positive spin, and it's sometimes difficult to think of it that way, of you're investing in a 5-star review, because, you know, sometimes, you know, you really have to swallow a lot of stuff, but we do. And so far we've been able to keep doing that, but it's tough sometimes, for sure.
Yeah. Checking your ego at the door is something that's so important, right? Like we know that in every single one of us, you know, we want to put that armor on, and we're right and you're wrong, you know, and that's all in all of us as humans. But at the end of the day, you know, there's a reason why somebody's complaining. There's a reason why somebody is feeling as though they were gypped. There's a reason why somebody is going to give you a 2-star or 1-star review and talk about your company being a piece of shit. And at the end of the day, this comes down to being proactive versus reactive. The ideal situation is that nobody leaves the 2-star review in the first place. And so how do you do that is by making sure that you're building out the proper expectations out of the gate of what it is that you're going to be delivering. having a proper proposal or estimate that's being executed upon, and you have the details of the scopes of work that are in there with the terms of the agreement. And, it's heavy for residential, but for commercial work, you definitely want to be protected that way. And then making sure that at the end of the job that the person is doing a full inspection of what it is that has been completed, so that they're saying, hey, I see something over here that needs to get adjusted. Well, you're going to save a lot of time and energy by having your rig there and the ability to do the touch up there and have them sign off at the end of the job that they're satisfied with the complete project. And now you're awaiting payment. Now you can ask for the review, right? And so think about that, what that customer journey looks like from the beginning to the end, and draw that out from the expectation, from the time that you arrive and you start selling the job. You ever seen somebody oversell a job before?
Yeah, all the time. Carpet
All the
guy.
time. All the time. They oversell the job, and then what happens, right? And build the expectation and then over deliver on that, and let somebody be like, man, that's a 5-star review for sure. And they're posting a photo attached to their review, and you're like, now you're shining, right? And so thank you for sharing that, Mike. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Mr. James Martin, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, sir?
A1, brother. Tell me, have you formed your company? You haven't formed your company yet, right?
No, sir, not yet. I'm working on it. That's why I'm still, I come here every Wednesday, gather information, to make sure I make the right steps into, creating what's best for me and my family. Just want to make sure I do the right things, follow the right steps. Right now, I just downloaded the Google My Business app, so I'm trying to, start to see what I can do and make headway.
By the way, James has attended every single AK roundtable, and I'm going to give you huge props and respect for that, because we have people who are just starting out, just like you, my man, and then we have people out there that are in the 2 Comma Club, $1 million plus in sales. And so for you to be here is showing us that this is something that is good for the industry and good for you, is that you're amongst people who care about winning and doing it the right way and speaking the right language to be able to better our futures. So I want to give you huge props and congratulations on that, my man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Alan, what's going on, my man? There you go.
Judd, how are you? How's everybody doing?
Better.
Right now, I'm working with my digital marketing company. I'm a startup also, and I've covered a lot of ground over the past month. But I'm working with a digital marketing company to place me on Google My Business, and I'm hoping to be up and running within the next couple of days. So yeah, it's so far so good. But like everyone else, like James and Matt, I'm soaking all of this in every Wednesday. This is my 3rd Wednesday now, and I just very happy to find this community, because it gives me a lot of I really feel like okay, I'm headed in the right direction just by being here, listening to all the advice everyone is sharing here. So I really appreciate that. So.
Cool, brother. Much respect for him. Excited to see you grow the hell out of your journey, man. Congrats. That's awesome. I'm always here for you to reach out anytime, man. I'm right here for you.
Appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Steven, what's going on, my man? Good.
Oh,
Just click that up. Hey, we got you. Yep, loud and clear.
Hey, how you doing, Joe? Yeah, man, this is my first round top. I've been following YouTube for a few months, about 6 months, and this will be my first season coming into seal coating. I've been doing a little bit of like contracting, like interior remodeling work, but where I'm from in New York, there's a whole bunch of there's a big market for it. Not a lot of seal coating companies out there, but I got my flyers. I'm just ready to go door to door. A little nervous, not gonna lie, but I've been watching like your video, the door to door, just on repeat, and I've been trying to like see how I can come out as smooth as possible to not be like soliciting too much, but to try to sell the driveway as much as I can.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. That video, that's my fat father that was right there doing that with me, man. I literally, that's my dad, and straight up. And listen, I got to tell you this: if we don't get uncomfortable to become extremely comfortable, then we're never going to be extremely comfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. So don't ever think that you need to ace something before you go out and do it. I want to bring Tim on right now. Tim, can you talk a little bit about what happened to you today?
Absolutely. So, I've watched Judd's videos over and over and over again for the past year. And today I went out. I do handyman work on the off season. This will be my first full year doing seal coating. But I had a few jobs I got done this morning, and then I went out and was going past the Hampton Inn, and beautiful hotel. It's in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And as I'm driving by, it looks nice, and then I can see the cracks from the road and some little potholes. And so I just swing in, and I go in, ask for the manager, explained who I was. The manager came out, and I said, "Look," I said, "you got this beautiful hotel, but as I'm driving past, I see the cracks in your driveway and the potholes, and the drain needs fixed." And she actually started laughing. And I told her I'd like to do a proposal for her. And she was laughing. She goes, "We just got nailed by Hilton Property Corporate Monday. And we failed our inspection because of our parking lot." So I did a proposal and sent it over to her already. She responded back. It's not a huge property. I think it was like $19,000. So it's, yeah, I mean, I just drove by. I was like, you know what, the heck with it. And I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but I just did it and I left there and hit a Harley Davidson dealership, a sign company, a restaurant, and yeah. So I was at like 5 different places after that. So it was a good. So.
And like from a presentation perspective, how polished is each one for every property that you visited today? Straight up.
Oh, it got better each time. The first one was it was a car lot. I hit that one on the way, but and at first they're like, "Oh, we don't believe in seal coating." I said, "Well, I can tell. Look at all the cracks." And the guy laughed. And I said, "You got to just." You're not really insulting them, but you're educating them and saying, "Yeah, come on, really." It's because some people are that way when it comes to anything you're trying to sell. I mean, my background a year ago, I was in a suit and tie, business development for a huge food corporation, and now I'm getting dirty sealer. I love it. So,
and the best part about it is there's a smile from ear to ear, and everybody's smiling right now because everybody knows that if they actually have the framework and the tools and then the ability to actually just strengthen up and push forward with going out and doing it and practicing it and practicing it and practicing it, just like a sports team, then what becomes inevitable? Deals will start to close. And I call it the pipeline. I know Glenn's on here right now, but like we are, when we're going out and we're working proactively and we're targeting the types of customers that we're looking to convert, we can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again without a result that's going to come out the other side. Fill the pipe, guys. Conversion rates are phenomenal. Tim, what's your conversion rate when you were doing work at the end of last year?
Last year, I didn't even keep track of it. I pay Pavement Pro now, so I keep track of it. I'm at a 50% close rate right now.
50% close rate. And I'll tell you, that's not strange for our industry if you have things tweaked and tuned the right way. But let's just say it was 30%. If you walk out and you hand out 10 proposals and you shake people's hands and you speak to them and you speak to the right people and you give them the right problem solving solutions and over deliver on the value, man, you're going to convert deals. I don't care if they're a $200 job or if they're a $20,000 job. Straight up. Of course, the $200 jobs are cool and the $500 jobs are cool because they're quick conversions and they're quick cash in your pocket and those kind of things. But man, you're going to cap out rapidly. You will cap quickly on the amount of money you can earn as either a single owner operator or a two-man crew. So I know that I did 220,000 square feet with a crew of 3 people, and it took me 4 days to do the crack sealing, the patching, and the seal coating, and I made $160,000 in the 3 days. And that job didn't take any more times than knocking on a door to speak with Sally for a $500 driveway. So our mindset, the way that we roll out, guys, the way that, it's Stefan, right?
Yep.
Stefan.
Yep.
The way our mindset is, we're here on planet Earth for a certain period of time. We might as well go out and practice and make mistakes and come back and do more. But I mean, the reality of it is, being here and doing these kind of things will help you improve. That video will help build the confidence. It will help build the feeling of, I can do this, right? The feeling of knowing that you can do it. But I would say, my man, anything that's holding you back, because fear generally will hold us back. And a lot of the time when we're starting a business, it will hold us back for a month, 2 months, 3 months, because it's kind of the mindset of pondering, is it right? Is it wrong? Sometimes you got to just grab a hold of the framework, find a few mentors, and just go and do this thing. You know what I mean? So congrats, man, on opening the door on your first steps.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the advice.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Hey, man. I'm in Pennsylvania too. I'm up in Northeast. Every once in a while, I get some calls, some leads down your way. We should connect and try and help each other out.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook now.
Yeah.
I know your area. That used to be part of my territory when I worked for Cisco. So
okay. Yeah, we'll have to.
Right up that way.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, right outside of Wilkes-Barre. Yep.
Yeah. And Judd, yesterday when we talked, I was at 83,000, I think, in total bids. As of today, it's almost 119. So it moves quick, guys. It does. So, but yes, Connor, we definitely need to connect more.
Yeah, sounds good, brother.
That's the power. That's the power of why we're here, is to work together and collaborate. It's 100% the reason why I wanted to do this so bad, was to get everybody connected. We all live in different places. We all are going to work. There's so much asphalt out there that I'm telling you, there is more than enough, especially for people who are going to provide great quality and be professional in the way that they're going to present their company, in both the face of their business from a marketing standpoint and the voice of their business, the sales standpoint. The more we improve the industry, the more it thrives for all of us, right? And so it creates that momentum. Porter, what's going on? Do you have a Google My Business profile? I think all good. You want to pass? You can unmute if you want to let anybody know about your Google My Business profile. Jason, what's going on?
Not much, man. I'm new to it. I'm new to it too. I got invited to the Roundtable. It's my first time, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot about the business. You know, I haven't started it yet. I'm in the process of getting my stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. Cool, man. Get ready to crush it. What were you doing previously? Is this something you're going to do as a side hustle, or are you going full into this thing? Well, right now I work at a place called Colinks. It's a bearing distributor in Crossville, Tennessee, and I've been there for 13 years. And I make pretty good money there, but I'm wanting to kind of get out there, me and my wife, and kind of work together as a team. And so I talked about, going ahead and getting a package and getting out there and getting, the hustle going and getting started and trying to work about 20 hours a week until I can get up enough money to where I'm making the same amount of money as I am working 40 hours a week at Colinks, and then eventually make my seal coating my full-time job, Congratulations, man. What's one of the main reasons why you want to build your own business? I mean, we probably all know. Just I like to be my own boss pretty much, and I like to get out there and make the money, and, being able to work with my wife, as a team, that's even awesome too, because we work good together. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I'm stoked for you guys, and crush it. And yeah, man, I'd love you to, we'd love to hear your journey as you're going through this season and growing the hell out of this thing. It's going to be great. A lot of fun. Oh yeah. I look forward to it.
Cool. Thank you for your share, Jason. I appreciate that, man. We all
Thanks.
do.
I appreciate it.
John, tell us about yourself, man. What's going down?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're me and Taylor here. We're just starting out this season too. We kind of just we got a truck, we got some equipment, and we're gonna see how it goes. So we've been listening in. We were in on the last roundtable, but I was with a friend David. He was on, and I was just kind of in the background listening in. And I thought I might as well, tune in every week and see what's going on. We got some good information last time and some valuable stuff. Started setting up the Google My Business, and yeah, so we actually haven't started. We're in Ontario here, so it's not really the season yet, but we're hoping to start within a month or so.
Cool, man. Congratulations. Where in Ontario are you?
We're in Pickering, Durham region.
Right on. Cool. I know some great people in that area, and can connect some dots for you for sure.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, hopefully take some good notes away from these different roundtables, and I call them like little golden nuggets, man. If you can take away one little thing that's going to make a big difference, or even a little difference, that's a win, right? It's all about the wins that we leave with, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Excellent. Well, guys, I want to try and drop some. There's two different things I want to chat about. One of the key things is about we speak about marketing in the face of your business, and we speak about a website, right? A website. Who here? Raise your right hand if you have a website up for your business as of yet. Who? I got it. Perfect. Cool. Setting up your website is not something that is challenging, but there's some things that you want to make sure that you're doing on that website. For example, do you think it's important to have your phone number on the top right of your website? Yes. Cool. Do you think it's important that within 3 seconds of arriving to your website, or anybody arriving to your website, do you think that they should actually know what it is that you do? Yeah, it's called the 3 second rule.
Hey, Julie.
Hey. All right. 3 second rule. And so then, do you think it's important that you have a unique value proposition, like a headline, a unique sales proposition, value proposition, something that really has power-packed impact when your reader arrives? Of course it does. And so the question becomes, what is a UVP that has power-packed performance? Is it something like we driveway seal coat, where we do driveway crack repair and seal coat and patching? No. They don't care about you. And I know I've said this in previous roundtables, they don't care about you or your mother. It's not about you. It's not about I. It's all it is about the customer. What problems are you solving for the customer, and what are you delivering as a valuable solution to your visitor? And so, does anybody have any ideas of a powerful UVP that could be used on a website that is along the lines of it speaking to a customer and really identifying perhaps a pain point? Anybody?
Were you speaking as far as like, instead of telling what you can do for them, is pointing out, do you have problems with cracks, or do you have problems with deteriorating asphalt? Something that catches their attention.
It's along that lines for sure. It's along that line for sure. Do you think that it's important that somebody's driveway looks great? For sure, it looks great. You want it to. Is it important that the asset is prolonged? Is it important that somebody prolongs the pavement asset, prolongs its life? For sure, right?
But if you go on mine, it says protecting your investment with driveway seal coating. That's what mine says right away. So that's the header on that one.
So you can actually protect. So some of the power words, and let's just think about this, and this is fun freestyling. Protect, prolong, safe, and look great. To me, those are some pretty powerful words. And so when we're thinking about power words, right? Is it perhaps prolonging your pavement asset while keeping it looking great? Something like that. I'm just going to shoot that at the wall. But like, let's think about that when we're going through our homepage about the UVP, right? You know, making your driveway look great and prolonging your pavement asset. You know, something along those lines. But let's think about those UVPs, guys, instead of just having it speak. And this is not just on your UVP on your website. This is on your marketing material altogether. It's not about you. It's not about you. On the front end, the face of your business is not about you yet. Now, once they get into your lead funnel, as we spoke about, I think a couple roundtables ago with Chris Filippelli, then once they're in your lead funnel and you're nurturing those leads and moving them along, then you can speak a little bit about you and, you know, your experience and what you're committed to and those kind of things. But as a starting point, let's make sure to identify what the problem is, right? Somebody's sitting there right now. They've got a driveway. They're actively searching on Google for seal coating their driveway, because the last thing they want to do is spend a Sunday getting their clothes all full of sealer, and they don't want to have to go to the hardware store and buy shitty residential grade 5-gallon pails from Lowe's or Home Depot, and then figure out what roller or brush or squeegee to use, and then buy the bottles of crack fill to do the cracks. They don't want to do any of that. They're sitting on their phone, their laptop, or their computer. And so what is it that they're thinking in that point in time? Transfer yourself into their shoes and identify their pain points. Is time important to them? Time's important to everybody, I think. So giving your time back, right? Right. Prolong your pavement asset. Prolong the life of your driveway, making it look great and saves you time. How? Next paragraph goes into how, right? We understand the importance, you know, everybody wants a great looking driveway that is going to be prolonged so that it ultimately saves you money at the end of the day. The problem is that it's hard to find a reliable contractor, or it's hard to find a contractor grade product that's going to do that for you. The good news is that you can now get this done by filling out this form and getting a free estimate with us. I'm just freestyling with you guys right now, but like, let's think through that flow. Identify the problem, give the solution, and then give the call to action. So on your homepage right now, can I pull up Tim, can I pull up your website right now? And so what is it?
It's Kingdom Seal Coating, or kingdomsealcoat.com.
I'll share my screen, everybody, so that we can see it. You don't mind, right, brother?
Absolutely not. That's what we're all here for. And again,
awesome.
I want to let everybody know, if I am new at this also, I'm still on research. If you guys ever have any questions that you want to just shoot me a message, please do. I'll help any way I can. And like I said, I don't know everything, but I learn from you guys and we learn from each other.
Awesome, my man. So first off, I love this value banner up at the top, and it's a give back. I really love that. It's fantastic. And you can actually, I believe you spoke about a program with me yesterday that you're doing. Do you mind sharing that program that you're currently?
No. So every time I send these, I don't know the legality as far as sending proposals out in the area, but if I find out who the person is, contact and say, I'd love to give you a proposal, I send it out to them. But for fire companies and churches, I give them a discount right off the bat. And then I put in my proposal that any member of their church or fire department that would get work done by us, I will donate 10% of whatever that member's project is. So if it's a $1,500 driveway, I'll donate $150 back to the church or fire department.
Such an incredible thing that you're doing there, and it deserves a great video of you on a parking lot or speaking with a client that falls into that customer group, where you're actually on video with them and sharing that as part of your what to expect from us, about us, right? Like speaking about truly what you stand for. And it's you want to provide great quality services that are going to solve people's problems, give them value, and you're also going to give back. I mean, that to me is That's huge. A couple things that I would do is I would definitely resize this to one banner that is perhaps in yellow color, something that is light yellow that stands out right across the top, one liner. And then Kingdom Seal Coating Services, I would definitely make sure that you have your logo here that you can get put here in the top left.
We tried
logo.
It wouldn't, for some reason, it would not go there. I got to get somebody to help me with that. So
that'll come. That'll come. And then home, contact us. Generally, I'd move the contact us over here more because you want to do a little bit of your pre-selling first. So contact us over on the right-hand side. Make sure right up here you have like a big bold phone number right here. You want people to see you and be right there for you. Okay, big contact us. A big phone number. And make sure that phone number you can click on from your smartphone when you're on your website, so it can just activate the call. The photo gallery is great. What to expect from us? You're in the asphalt maintenance industry, right? So I would strongly urge you to say something along the lines of the importance of asphalt maintenance, or something along the lines of that, so people can read into it. And of course, it starts with crack sealing, patching, seal coating, and then goes into line striping. The other thing too is right here, if this moves up a little bit more, less of a height here, so to speak, and you were to bring that up, I definitely would have your unique value proposition right here in the middle. Okay. And that's the one liner. Because I mean, look at this great driveway that's here, and to have an actual UVP sitting right here, that somebody's saying the 3 second rule, right? Do I know what I'm getting within 3 seconds right here? Kingdom Seal Coating Services. What if I'm looking for pothole repair? I might not know this is available, right? So you want to just make sure that that's speaking to somebody. UVP. See, I love that. Protecting your investment with driveway seal coating. That's great. Protecting your investment with driveway seal coating, I think, is great. But I
take credit.
What's that?
My wife came up with that one. I can't take credit on that.
Yeah, I think, prolonging the life of your driveway and making it look great again. Save time, save money, contact us for a free estimate. Something like that. And then of course, I know this is just filler from a template that you're probably using, site content.
Yeah.
So you want to remove that. There's your logo here down lower. Instead, what I would have over here, what I'd have is a great big picture of Tim, man. You're Tim. You're the owner of the business. Have a great big photo of you. Don't be shy. The last thing people want to do is have to figure out who they're really dealing with. Put a nice big photo of you there, man, with like, I could take a snapshot of you right now on this Zoom call and I could put you there, and it's going to stand out more because it's real. People want real, authentic, Yeah. So I would do that too. I love a special offer, and this is a great start, Tim, but those are some of the things that I think would be important. I would also have links to your social media, which you do here, your Google My Business profile for reviews. And great start. By the way, if anybody wants to drop their URL, email it over to Mercy, MERCY, and I'll put it in the chat here at Asphalt Kingdom, just like we did with the proposals, guys. If you want to drop your domain name to that email address, then what we'll do is I'll get with Mercy and we'll do a review of the homepage for each one of your websites, and we will give you some feedback on that. If you don't have a website up yet, you might want to go to GoDaddy or somewhere, what is it, WYSIWYX or Wix, that you can go to set up a free page, and that would be the start for you guys that are contemplating starting the business, or you're at the beginning stages. Hey, listen, if you want to get started, just go build the web page now and get started. You might as well start, because this thing is not going to end for you guys. It's going to be something that's opening up the doors. You've already taken the first steps. So you might as well get that page done now, because it's already March 30th and season is about to rock and money is going to start to flow in. So hopefully there was some good feedback on that, Tim, that maybe there's a couple takeaways, and we'll look at that more closely too with Mercy. I'm going to open this up to questions, guys. I've been speaking for most of this thing. Tim, thanks for all the shares. What questions do you guys have, man? Like, come on in if you want to, you know, just raise your hand and come in, or if you want to just barge in, let's make this happen. There's not too many of us not to rock. There's got to be some questions. Rob McKenzie.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to maybe talk a little bit about sealer prices. Obviously, Judd, you talked about a bit today on your Instagrammers. So we're up here in Hamilton. I'm in Ontario. We went from $1. Well, I was paying 96 cents last year, so I've gone to $1.30. But now that was with coal tar. Now it's not available, so it's something new that's coming in, very similar. And their bulk rate, I'll get a little bit cheaper. But right now we're at $1.69. So I've gone almost 70% up in price.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually start from ahead and work our way backward, because if I start where I am, it's not going to have the same kind of impact. People are not doing capital projects the same way that they used to. And I'm talking about big projects. I'm talking about paving. I'm talking about those kind of big capital projects that they were doing prior to COVID. Asphalt maintenance is in such a sweet spot from a niche perspective that's recession resistant and pandemic resistant, because people want to maintain their pavement assets to prolong their life. They want to make them safe, and they want to make them look great for the least amount of money. And so we are in a very sweet spot, because the property owners who are your customers are the ones that are going to be giving you the checks, because if they aren't giving you the checks, they have to repave it sooner, which they don't want to be repaving sooner. So they're investing into that before. Even if your sealer prices go up 60%, people will still pay it. The markets are changing. It's the way that it's happening. There is going to be more people wanting to invest into the maintenance now than there ever has been. I'm telling you, I mean, look at what Tim has just out. It just takes you going out and communicating and speaking about that. And Rob, you know it, you've already got a bunch on your books. Definitely more than you had last year and the year before that, by far. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, what was your last deal you just closed?
A little over 70,000 square feet for about 21,000.
Cool.
We'll take it.
Cool. Congrats, man. Congrats. So my point is, I'm going to come back to this. Coal tar, guys, and I made a post in USA Seal Coaters today. I am going to be making another post with video that's going to go up on our YouTube channel. It's not a secret, guys. I've been selling Naira's sealer for 6 years, and we sell a lot of it in drums, in totes, in bulk tanks. We sell 4,350 gallon tankers delivered to bulk tanks all over the country. And we got a call today that just said that there's no more coal tar coming in. And so coal tar right now, we are going to see coal tar. It's the beginning of the end of coal tar. Coal tar has always had the battle because of the environmental aspects, as you may know, you may not know, but coal tar has had that battle. It's by far the best quality product in the industry. It's the longest lasting. It's the most viscous, best performing for northern climates, and southern climates is the best. But there's been this coal tar free America that's gone out and really tried to get this banned across the country, and they've done it successfully in many, many states. And now what's happened because of the war in Iraq and in Ukraine, the raw materials are not flowing the same way, and there wasn't enough forecasting, so to speak, or procurement that was taking place to weather what's now hitting. And so coal tar is literally in a place from a raw material perspective where I'm speaking with Naira, I'm speaking with other big players in the industry. Coal tar is phasing out. until July for more discussion. We won't see coal tar probably till July. And it will happen. The only thing that's left right now of coal tar is aged inventory, stuff that has been sitting. So anybody who has raw materials that are still at their location, which is only going to have limited supply, Tim, as an example, as per my message, this is going to 100% phase into a place of either some kind of recovery, or it's going to just kind of diminish and not be spoken about a whole lot more, other than, holy shit, I wish I had coal tar because it was the best quality product in the marketplace. But people are like, we're immediately not selling coal tar on AK anymore. It's off the site. You can't buy it. We're only selling asphalt emulsion and alternatives like Naira Force, which is the alternative. And so we're selling that. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be this big rush to AE, to asphalt emulsion. Coal tar, first of all, is going to outprice itself in the market for anybody who has the raw materials right now to be able to supply it. I can bet your boots the price is going through the roof. We had on our drums of sealer, our cost on coal tar 2 weeks ago went up 61% year over year. And so coal tar is going to skyrocket in price. Asphalt emulsion will become the newcomer, but there's going to be a rush of people going to asphalt emulsion, which will create a demand and supply issue, which will hike the price of asphalt emulsion as well. And so what my recommendation to you is to make sure that you understand what your cost of goods is when you're going out and handing out your estimates, and making sure that you've secured the material at the price that you've inserted as your COG associated with the bids that you're putting out. If you want to make 50%, 60% margin, which is very, very common in our industry, very, very common, you need to make sure that you have the materials secured at that price. If that means pre-ordering from a company, if that means that you need to stock it in a warehouse or a storage facility that allows you to do it, if that means that you have the capacity to do that, it's going to be an investment for your business. I was going to post a story on my Instagram today, which was like, I bought a jacuzzi 4 months ago and I paid $4,000 for it. And I got it within 4 weeks. That same jacuzzi is selling for $9,200, and it's going to take me 16 weeks before I even know if it can ship. If you guys are wanting to really tune your business for 2022 with everything that has gone on, without the fear, but instead the strength and the power of moving forward, you need to strategically plan what equipment and what supplies you need to nail your season with a supplier. I don't care who you choose. Do it for yourself, do it for your business, understand your COGs, and crush it out of the park. This is not something that's just this conversation going on here. People are out at the World of Asphalt right now in Nashville. This same conversation is going on. Protect yourself, grow the hell out of your business, be smart, and invest into it. Honda engines, we don't even have Honda engines available anymore. They're gone, right? We have no Hondas. But we have a hell of a lot of lawn tops, which are manufactured basically in the same factory and can use the same Honda parts. They're interchangeable and they've got the same warranty and everything. They're just not a Honda, because there was that whole thing that happened in Taiwan. And then there was, of course, this whole supply and demand issue that took place because, of course, labor fees over in China are now $9 an hour versus 35 cents an hour that they used to be a decade ago. And so we just need to really be smart, guys, as business owners, and or any of you who are planning on starting your business. There is no better time than now, because I'm telling you, in 2 months from now, mark my words, I'll be here on the AK Roundtable and say, do you remember that conversation 2 months ago? I guarantee it, because I said it on the very first roundtable, the same thing, prepare yourself. And now we're sitting here again with price increases. Make sure you adjust your estimates. Rob, I know that was a long-winded way of kind of giving you information about that.
No, I just wanted to get it out there so for everybody else to hear too, right? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Does anybody have question? There must be some question marks around that, and there must be a little bit of uncertainty or fear. Does anybody want to speak about that? Because I don't want to scare everybody, but I want you guys to understand that it's real, and because otherwise I wouldn't be honest with you guys, and I need to be.
So what are they going to if that's not going to be available?
Who's asking the question?
Jason.
Jason, I don't see a Jason. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Good, bud. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be asphalt emulsion. So you have coal tar emulsion, asphalt emulsion, and then you've got, alternatives. And then you've got black mac oil-based sealer, which prices are all going through the roof there too. Coal tar emulsion and black mac oil-based sealer are phasing out of the marketplace. You usually only see black mac, the oil-based, petroleum-based sealer in Canada primarily. But, Environmental Canada is banning coal tar and they're banning oil-based sealer, and asphalt emulsion will become the new industry standard. It's not as good as coal tar. It's not as long lasting, but it will become the new industry standard that we all have to work with because it's more healthy for us and more environmentally sound, according to a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah. So asphalt emulsion, you will see that pricing go up. I believe you'll see asphalt emulsion pricing go up from where it is right now by probably an extra 10 to 15% by July. Yeah. Your cost.
Right.
When you look at your cost of material versus what you have to increase your price per square foot, it's all negligible, Jason. That's the thing that's really important for you to realize, is that your cost could go up 20% on your goods. Your price per square foot, your customers aren't going to, if you raise your price from 25 cents to 30 cents or 29 cents, it's not, it's not the end of the world, right?
Right.
They'll pay it because they don't want to pay the $5 and $6 a square foot that people are going to be charging in the paving world.
Right. Okay.
Judd, I've been doing a lot of extra texting and talking to customers, just explaining why the prices are going up in the way they are, because I think they're owed a little bit of an explanation rather than just saying this is the price now, right? And I think it goes a long way in building that customer relationship, right? With explaining to them, with as much detail as you can, why things are going up, and these are the prices in the entire industry, right? And so
I'm gonna do something, and I think this is really important, Michael. Michael, by the way, Michael and I work hand in hand every day, guys, and he's on here. We're always trying to work together to share value and stuff. And Michael, this is a very interesting topic that Rob just brought up. Maybe there's a way that we can draft a blog post around this, and I can get a video done or something like that, where at least we have a page of content that speaks about what's going on. And if you guys want to share that at any point in time with a customer that might be questioning that, then at least they have a resource that you can send them to be able to have an explanation of that as well. Just endorse that. And I think, Rob, practicing that conversation, whether it's with your spouse, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with somebody you meet here on the roundtable, practicing what that sounds like is important, because you're right. The last thing that somebody wants to come off sounding like is somebody that's trying to pressure sale over pricing, for example.
Yeah. Hey, Judd, one of the other things I was thinking about, and I was taking some notes on it as we were going through the discussion, Rob, is maybe putting together some frequent responses for frequently asked questions. Because let's be honest, the price increase around, supplies, we've talked about for the last 4 weeks. And I missed the 2 before that because of family commitments. So I'm sure we've been talking about it. Maybe we put something together for you guys, just keep it within the group, so that if you guys get asked those questions, especially folks that are just starting out, you'll have some, factual bullet points that you can use, to respond. If you're in front of, like Tim, a hotel, or someone who's trying to quote 70,000 square feet, you have a pretty good response to those guys so that they understand it. Again, it's professional. You're giving them the facts and the data to help them understand, because really, think about it, it's, they're not really challenging the price. Like if you're going to a hotel where Tim went to, hey, they just need to explain it so that, when the folks from Hilton talk to them or have a question about it, okay, this is why we did it. This is why it made sense. This is why we went forward. And that's really what they're asking for, is just help so that they can explain it to people that are asking them the question. And if you guys have that mindset, you'll begin to see that, again, you're helping someone. You're not there trying to sell them. You're really helping them so that they feel real confident and comfortable in their position. So maybe we'll put both
100%.
those things together, and we'll have that, send it out maybe for next week's roundtable, and then maybe we can discuss it and see what your all's thoughts are. And if we hit the mark, or you guys say, hey, maybe tweak it here, or hey, when I'm talking to someone, I'm getting something here, could you guys help me with this? Because we're here to help, guys. So whatever we can do. And I also want to make it actionable. I could do this all day long, but if someone's not going to use it, I got other things Judd and I can work on all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like the Google My Business stuff, guys. You guys get it going. You can change your address after, at least get your residential address up on it. Get started if you haven't, and start putting these pieces together. The other thing I wanted to just bring up here before we head out is that the season right now, it's March 30th, is literally right around the corner. Let Tim be a lighthouse to you guys tonight on what he's proactively out there doing right now. To have 100, did you say 119,000 in proposals that are out, Tim? And how long did it take you to get those out?
I can do a proposal on Pavement Pro in about 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I've gotten so efficient with it. It's so easy to use. So, I mean, it's just, yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
One thing I do want to bring up, you said about price. I just figured out in that Hilton property with the price increase that I got that phone call this afternoon from my supplier. Last week I was paying $2.65 a gallon. Right now they're telling me $3.05, so it's a 40-cent difference. We're talking $533 on a $16,000. So it's not that big. Don't stress over it, and the customers will pay it. They will.
We're in a sweet industry, and so yeah. I really, Tim. We talk lighthouse a lot in our company, and I really, that's the ultimate goal here, guys. Is let somebody or people shine that light for you and help build that fire within you to go after this and do this. Get it done, man. I speak with some people who are unfortunately in a position where they just prefer to sit in their truck and smoke cigarettes and drink coffee cups and drive by jobs doing their assessments. But there's no money in the bank. And then what they do is they go out into social media and they make a bunch of noise for everybody else. Not us, guys. We're sitting here on the AK Roundtable right now. We're collaborating and we're working towards a better future. Go out and get the frickin' proposals out. Don't do any pavement assessments and not deliver a proposal. Every parking lot that you drive by, that you don't stop by and actually go in and have a chat and then deliver a proposal with when you're on your work hours, when you're going to get it, when you're going to hunt, everyone that you drive by is a miss. Take those shots. Don't be afraid to do it. Mike, I have a question for you, my man. How often are you handing out proposals?
So not very often. My buddy Tim has encouraged me. So I'm really looking to get in commercial. Okay. We've been going 2 years now. We have a lot of residential. We've done some parking lots. I'd like to get more. Most of the ones we did their houses using Naira Force actually. And they really liked them. So we got their parking lots. We didn't really solicit. So we all have personal things we need to work on. And definitely for me, the two things is I am a perfectionist. And sometimes I just don't want to do anything unless it's perfect. And that's just a personal quality that I'm working with. But Tim has encouraged me. I went on Pavement Pro. And it looks really sweet. I'm going to subscribe to it. I got the 10-day freebie and Amy helped me out. And I sent out now about $50,000 worth of proposals in the last week. Now, I didn't have the balls yet to knock on doors. These are drive-bys. I did call a couple today and ask who I could send it to. But baby steps. But hopefully I'll take Tim's lead and do a lot more what he's doing. I'm a little recalcitrant, I guess, at times, and that's something I need to push for. So I'm hoping to head in that direction.
We'll get you through that, buddy.
What's that?
We'll get you through that, buddy. All you have to do is call me. You got my number.
Yeah, you're a good man. Appreciate it.
By the way, Mike, I'm copied on every single one of your Pavement Pro emails. That's a secret that I'm going to share with you. And Amy's sitting right next to you right now in the Zoom room. I don't think her camera's on, but certainly I want you to know that the questions are brilliant questions. Questions that are unasked are the ones that mean that somebody's not going to perform to the best of their abilities. So huge props to you for being that guy. I know you're going to be tremendously successful, not only yourself, but your business. And I know this is going to help scale the hell out of it too. So congrats, man. I'm excited for you.
Appreciate the support.
Pleasure, my man. Pleasure. Guys, we're past 8 o'clock. We usually end up going past 8 o'clock a little bit, but that's all cool. Guys, I really, I do this because I love to do it. This is kind of like I'm purpose driven. I was speaking with a guy yesterday who's having some very big challenges. He's in the e-commerce world and he sells products that are just kind of, emotionless. It's just kind of like an e-commerce store and selling on eBay and Amazon and that kind of stuff. And I was sitting there reflecting and really thinking about that. And I was thinking, on our sales powwow in the morning, we do a freestyle jam with our sales team in the morning. And I was just reflecting like how cool it is to actually be able to be purpose driven and help people to create something awesome in their life. And I'm committed to that, man. Like that's really my purpose is to contribute. And if you guys can walk away with something and that helps you be more successful, props to you. I don't care if you're buying shit from us or not. This is my give back. And I believe in law of attraction in the universe. And I hope you guys can pay this forward to somebody else one day and really help them to move the needle for themselves and their life, So that's all I ask is keep paying it forward, guys. Share. I know, Tim and Mike, you guys are working together and helping each other out. And Rob, I know that you interact with a lot of people on social and online and I know we all do. And so let's keep that going, guys. That's momentum. And that's really the law of attraction. As we say, the universe is going to reward us in many great ways. So thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
All of you, man. Cool, guys. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm out. I haven't seen my parents in 3 years, and my mother, my stepfather are downstairs right now. So I'm going to go give them a big hug. But guys, crush it. And next, make sure you send Mercy at Asphalt Kingdom your domain name if you have one, and let's please get those domains over. We'd like to review those if possible. Right before we go, John, what would you say is the best equipment for someone starting out? Shoot me an email, my man, Judd, Judd at asphaltkingdom.com, Judd at asphaltkingdom.com. I mean, we're all here together. I think John might have left, but yeah, anybody, if you need anything, oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, starting out, it really depends. There's a lot of variables, but man, I'll work with you. And again, the mission of this roundtable is not to sell. It's to bring people together. I'll advise you on whatever it is that is the right plan for you going forward. But I need to know a little bit more about where you want to go in your life, and then I can work backwards from there to really set up that growth plan and that evolution for you. It's not about the equipment. It's about the growth plan and you sticking to that, staying dedicated and determined and absolutely crushing it, just like so many of our customers do. So let's go, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks,
have a great night.
Good night,
Cheers.
guys.
Great evening, guys. Thanks for letting me join.
Thanks. See you guys. Welcome.